For any engineer, a system failure is a nightmare. But what we are witnessing at Loftus right now isn't just a glitch. It is a catastrophic structural collapse. 6 games, 6 losses. Stormers, Sharks, Northampton, Bordeaux, Lions, Glasgow. We have gone from the Fortress Loftus mentality to a team that looks statistically fragile. I've been running the numbers, and the trend line is terrifying. We aren't just losing, we are losing our identity. But, and this is massive, the data from the Stormers game last week suggests we might have finally found the leak. Today, I'm taking you into the lab to break down exactly why we kept losing, what changed in Cape Town, and why Saturday against Bristol is the most important calculation of the season. I'm Heinrich, the rugby engineer. Let's look at the telemetry. To solve a problem, you first have to isolate the variables. Let's look at the Northampton-Bordeaux axis of disaster. In those 2 weeks, our defensive structure had the integrity of a wet paper bag. We were conceding an average of 50 points a game. In engineering terms, our yield point was non-existent. The moment the opposition applied pressure, our defensive line fractured. We weren't drifting. We weren't rushing. We were just dissolving. Why? It was an entropy issue, chaos. The spacing between our centers and our wings was mathematically impossible to defend. If you give a European backline 10 meters of space, the probability of a try approaches 100%. And then came the Sharks and the Lions. Close games, sure, but we lost the physical battle. We lost the collision dominance metric. You cannot win URC games if your forward pack is moving backward at 2 meters per second at every contact point. Now, let's look at the data anomaly. The Stormers game. We lost 13-8. But looking at the defensive stats, this was a completely different Bulls team. Editor note, show side-by-side comparison graphics. Tackles missed, low. Line speed, high. Against the Stormers, the defensive efficiency spiked. We held a team that usually scores for fun to just 1 try. The system rebooted. We saw aggression. We saw structure. We saw Wilco Lau anchoring the scrum like a concrete pillar. So why did we still lose? Because we fixed the hull, but the engine died. Scoring 8 points is unacceptable. We had possession, but our red zone efficiency, our ability to turn territory into points, was 0. It's like building a Ferrari and forgetting to put fuel in it. We defended like champions, but attacked like strangers. Which brings us to this Saturday. Bristol Bears, Loftus Versfeld. This is a clash of physics. Bristol plays chaos theory rugby. They offload from the ground, they run from their own try line, they take massive risks. They want the game to be loose and unstructured. Usually, that scares me. But we have a secret weapon, the altitude coefficient. It's a 1 p.m. kickoff in Pretoria in January. Bristol is coming from the UK winter. The thermodynamics of this match favor the Bulls heavily. If we can keep the tempo high for the first 60 minutes, Bristol's fatigue levels will spike exponentially in the last 20. Their lungs will burn. But here is the danger. If the Bulls try to play too loose, if we try to outrun Bristol, we play into their hands. We need to be the engineers, structured, brutal, boring, if necessary. Squeeze them at the set piece, kick for corners, and let the altitude do the work. My final calculation. If the defense from the Stormers game meets the attack we know we have, plus the Loftus heat, we win this by 7 to 10 points. But if we lapse back into that Northampton defensive spacing, Bristol will tear us apart. We cannot afford 7 losses in a row. The season geometry doesn't allow for it. It's time to stop the bleeding. What do you think? Was the defensive improvement in Cape Town real or just a fluke? Put your predictions in the comments. I want to see the numbers. I'm the rugby engineer. Subscribe for more tactical breakdowns. Let's get Loftus full. Cheers.